My name is Marcus Boyd. I work and live in Mecklenburg County. I'm a licensed clinician. I work primarily with our local forensic evaluations unit. In that role, I complete local evaluations for our state, district, and superior courts. Another part of my role is as a diversion clinician, meaning I help identify some of our citizens who are being detained, incarcerated in our local jail, local detention center, at a more frequent rate than other portions of our community. So what we do is identify their population and then provide available resources, get them connected to services such as housing, benefits if needed, employment, treatment if needed, just to ensure that they have everything available so we can try to break that cycle of recidivism. Being trained as a PAD facilitator really involved understanding the ins and outs of everything that made up a PAD, both full parts, understanding the information that goes in, how it's going to be most effective, where we then store that PAD, and who do we distribute that PAD to. It was training that was comprehensive in nature as I work with a collective of individuals who consider themselves advocates here in our local community, as I do. I connected with people in my community who want to create a PAD really through just word of mouth, grassroots efforts. I speak to a lot of our detainees at our local detention center who may have a previous history or propensity to fall into psychiatric crisis. I've spoken in open court. I've spoken to a lot of our providers in the community about the need to promote the use of PADs to the people that they serve, and as well as anyone in the local community, not just the folks who receive services, but to any citizen. Ideally, I promote the use of PADs to pretty much anyone who's willing to listen. I let them know that this is a tool that can be used, especially for those who are likely to fall into psychiatric crisis, but it's also a tool for the general public just in case that occurs. So anyone who's willing to listen, I promote the use of PADs too. And if they are interested in developing a PAD, I say, hey, I can help you develop that PAD, or I can refer you to someone who does. Generally, I've had a lot of success in the responses that I've received, primarily because what I offer it as a tool to help them. And I can be a support to help you create that PAD. People respond to it as, hey, this is another tool in my toolbox. They want to hear more about it. They're interested in the process to develop it, and they want to have support to develop it. I do see a role in PADs helping break the cycle of recidivism between jails, hospitals, and residential treatment, primarily because it is a tool that's available to guide care. A lot of times when a person is in crisis, the first responders or the folks who are responding to that person in crisis don't have any idea exactly, maybe not even know a name, may not know much about it, but if they have access to this PAD, you have information that shows this is who I want involved in my care. These are the treatments that are best for me. These are the medications that are best for me. So what that does is lend to stabilization much quicker, more precise than previous times. That hopefully lends to less contact with some of those centers that we have a lot of contact with when not feeling our best psychiatrically, including those jails, treatment centers, hospitals, and things of that nature. Locally in Mecklenburg County, I've been able to speak with a number of different providers, our local jails, our local hospitals, and other treatment providers, primarily just to let them know, hey, PADs are available. Let me explain to you how they're best utilized. Let me give you context for who can help your clients create those PADs. On a national level, what I've done is present at the CIT International Conference. That's the Crisis Intervention Team Conference every single year for the last 4 years. In that, I'm able to then speak to different municipalities, some of our different national or state police forces. I speak to a number of our delegates from different states, just letting them know, hey, the PAD is there. You can check with your state to see if you all actually have laws about PADs, and then start to utilize them as much as you frequently can.